Welcome to the show, buckle up tight. Big ol' jugs and the juggernauts unite. If you crave that milk, the 5% kind, get ready for laughs, the fun's about to unwind. Big ol' jugs, it's the milkman's dream. Juggernauts rolling, we're a milky team. Pour that 5%, let's all get wild. Big ol' jugs, making milk worth your while.
Oh shit! Welcome in, Juggernauts. We're here again with Doki Literature Club. You know what it is, the DDLC. Yeah, we're gonna get right back into it because we ain't got time to waste. We gotta see what's going on with Monica's evil plan. Well, I'm assuming she's evil. I mean, you've guys seen the last episode, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get in there. We gotta create a poem, you know? Okay, sorry. Alright, so we want to do... Wait, this changed. Last time we left, it was... There was love was right here. Like glitches everywhere, I tell you. So... It's only their 2 words, too. Whirlwind. Peaceful. I don't think it really matters, does it? Extraordinary. What if we did all the terrible words? You know what I mean? Like, really bad words. Fear. Misery. Depression. Anxiety. Oh, it's all her. Broken. Out. Insight. Lee. Flower. Rose. Well, it's all flippin', Yuri. What the flip? Cute. We're doing all the bad words? No, because she likes that one. Crap. We're trying to get Natsuki, too. We can't. Games, okay. Bouncy. Pain. Candy. Probably her, yeah. She's kind of hard to get. Kitty. Kiss. Or judgment. These are, I don't think any of these, maybe giggle? Yeah, okay. Anger. We got a lot of Natsukis. We got a lot of Yuris too, so don't worry for you Yuri fans out there. Alright, scars. Puppy I know would be Natsuki. Alright. We're back at it. Let's get it. Hi again, Big O Jugs. Glad to see you didn't run away from us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. What's up with her face? Did you guys see that? Thanks for keeping your promise, Big O Jugs. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? What the flip was that? You guys watching this? Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, I can't read. What is going on here? Natsuki certainly has a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the storage room. I totally had to guess, if you can't tell, Juggernauts, because... What is going on? I don't get it. What? Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Big O Chugs. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all. You guys hearing this music in the background? Like the guitar is like going way below usual. There's some weird glitches going on here. Gotta pay attention, Juggernauts, to everything. Well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know. No, I don't, Yuri. Discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book that she thinks I like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Doesn't this seem weird, like it's tilted a little bit? Maybe I'm just, like, paranoid. I look forward to hearing from what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet.
I can hear you rummaging around in there.
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Well, this is new. You looking for something in there? Oh! Monica, Whoa. She's mad. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just going to mess it up? Nakatsuki slides a bunch of stacked books in boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga's one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She churns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, big old Jugs. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book. Don't judge a book. It's a glitch. Something's going on. This is so weird. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Kind of like this game. It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me for to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happening yet, so I can't talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writings to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean. You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Oh, sorry. Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the crap out of me if he found this. Oh my god. Someone's changing the text, I swear. This is so wrong. It's crazy, Juggernauts. At least it's safe here in the club room. Call her dad's really mean, apparently. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. ... What the flip are all these dots for? Oh, he's reading it. Time passes. Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! What is going on? Juggernauts. Okay. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Oh, man, she is jacked up, man. Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. I told you not to give... She doesn't even finish her sentence before snuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Big O Jugs. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? What the flip is going on, Juggernauts? What is going on with you? What's going on? Seriously, Juggernauts, something's going on, and I ain't liking it. They're all, like, jacked out. Like, well, obviously they're glitched, but... Monica's the only normal one that's not glitching. Tells you something's up. Let's show... I guess we'll show Natsuki. Whatever. Kind of feel bad for her now. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Her face. Question mark. Okay, well, let's start with the... Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? It's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I'd be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, aha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. Ugh. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Natsuki retort gets caught in her throat. Ugh, you don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Oh. We've read this before. Eels can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Yeah, that is about it, isn't it? Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't it the point of the poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Cause she's so full of herself, still. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decide to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, now we're gonna do Yori. Monica's safe for last because she's a jerk. It's Yuri time, Juggernauts. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay? This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it that... So it's that bad? No! Did I just raise my voice? Oh, I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. Couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes, and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writing is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if the demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased sometimes. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. We've read this before. We know, Juggernauts. We know. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took a long time for you to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little bit more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Big O Jugs. Really? I must have totally missed a point. Well, I suppose you did only glance it over, after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Counting on us? Alright, Juggernauts. Now, who are we picking? Monica, obviously. Who'd you think it was gonna be? Hi. Hi, Big O Jugs. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Oh, sorry. Don't worry, Big O Jugs. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Big O Jugs. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Sorry, I don't know how to laugh for her. Oh, jeez. No. This kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. What the flip? If we're interested? She'll cling to you like a puppy. Is that what you do? Oh yeah, that's right. That is what she does. I don't know. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Oh, that's really sad, Juggernauts. Oh. Sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Yeah, you aren't good, are you? You're evil. Sorry. Oh, can't stop. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I am sorry. I'm not sorry. But I am. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Yeah, shut up and read it. Hole in the wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glance at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Are they simple poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. This is new. Isn't it? I don't remember this. You guys, Juggernauts, do you remember this? In the first episode? Might have to go back, but I don't remember her writing this. Anyway. So, what do you think? It's very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performing out loud, it can really be powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Uh, well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. Sounds like it's us. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're... You hear that whistling? It sounds fudged up. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling or giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have to ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Big O Jugs did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions myself. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I came across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't. And Big O Jugs liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Big O Jugs appreciates my advice more than it appreciated yours. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger once Big O Jug started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! Taking out your insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy. Edgy? Sorry, that lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age, comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school. You know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the flip is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Big O Jugs hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri turns toward me, as if she just noticed I was standing here. Big O Jugs, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What the flip? I couldn't read that. Shoot, I don't know what to do, Joe, man. Oh, I can't pick any of them? What is going on? I don't like it. I don't like this at all, Juggernaut. It's 50-50, so whoever... Juggernauts. Why is Monica in our face? Hello? Hey, Big O Chugs. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Oh, what is going on? Oh my goodness. Juggernauts. Obviously something's going on with this. Yeah. You know, that was insane. I mean, I got pretty nasty. They were saying some pretty man stuff. Sounds like Yuri. I mean, I had my suspicions when she was in the room, she had her sleeves up and she has that sharp knife. Is she like cutting herself? Hmm. Anyway, suddenly Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she's crying. Oh, man. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palm on her forehead. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Big O Chugs, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. What is going on? You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. Oh my god. You're kidding me. She's like in complete control of these girls' lives, it seems like. I'll wait for you to be done. This is so awkward. Oh, juggernauts. This is so sick. Well, I'm the vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around or something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Big O Chugs. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I really don't have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. What is going on? Okay. What? Dude, whatever, man. This is crazy. Dude, this game just took a sharp turn to Glitchville. All right, Juggernauts. I guess we're making another poem. That was really weird. All right. I don't know if it matters what we pick, but Parfait. Prayer. What was that one we picked? Uh, you lost. I don't even know. I'm just picking random one. Andy, Pout, Rose, Mouse. It feels like we're getting almost even. There. Fireworks. Strawberry. Contamination. And one more for Yuri. Entropy. Why not, right? I don't know what's going on. I can't imagine what we're gonna have now. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Big O Chugs. Ah, hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me, or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder looking around the room. Natsuki's reading manga at the desk, and surprisingly Monika's isn't here yet. Suddenly Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. Oh. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we're just a little extra sensitive because it's our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you could be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Ah, Big O Jugs, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. Okay. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything's a little bit brighter with you around, and, sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri's clearly taken back by how calm Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Geez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worrying a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday? I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of these things I said, and I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Geez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I'm so confused. She doesn't remember? What the flip is going on right now? I don't even remember anything bad happening. Oh my goodness. Remember Monica said something about, don't worry, she'll get over it tomorrow? And she was like so certain of it. Something's going I don't know what's going on still. This is really confusing. But we're getting into it, Juggernauts. Hang in there. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But... I'll accept your apology anyway if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Haha. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super late. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. Well, what took you so long anyway? My last period today was study hall. To be honest, I'm kind of just lost track of time. Haha. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring, at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good at it yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication. So I'm still impressed. Well thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Big O Jugs. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. This is new. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Big O Jugs, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you'd like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose so. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave that book to me. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, She's fine. She's reading over there, see? Don't think about her so much. That's funny. I don't know why. She's used to being ignored. Oh, jeez. These are like being written in. Come on, we're going over there. What the flip is going on? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front of cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... What? Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Juggernauts. I guarantee you can go back, and when she did say something about this, she never went that far. She never talked about body parts and stuff. What the fuck? This is crazy. It's getting good, though. It's getting really eerie. Extremely eerie. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark churn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Big O Chugs? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people, and we're all worthless anyway. That's not true, Juggernauts. Don't believe this. This is garbage. Then, suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's all right then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books, writings fill my thoughts, my whole body gets what? I kind of forget to pay attention to others. I can't read these things that are like... You know what we can do, Juggernauts? It's all right then. but I feel like I should let you know that. You think so? Oh, it doesn't even show me either. That sucks. Oh, maybe it does. Full of horrible people and it's worthless anyway. Where is it? Here. I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books fill my thoughts. What? I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all. Uh, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put in my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start to prologue. I soon understand that Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting. The feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just breathing in the feeling. What the flip? What was that? It doesn't tell us. Ugh. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the open book. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face. She's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I churn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a little silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No, I don't relate this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things she says, and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't get that far yet. So I don't know why that came up in my head. Yuri, are you feeling alright? Uh, Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest, as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. All right, don't push yourself. This is new. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Big O Jugs, did something just happen now? No idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything? So you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. All right, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I've just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. Monica's like inserting herself into all these scenarios she's never been in. I don't like it. Alright, Natsuki. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes really different from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. For instance, I noticed that you were spending some time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend time with. After all, I was taught never to expect anything from anybody. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. You know, if I can learn anything from this, because it's not words. It's just a bunch of gibberish. Is there a code in here or something? I don't see anything. It says Bible right there, though. That's interesting. Big ol' Jugs, why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead. Okay? You don't hate me, Big O Jugs, do you? Do you hate me? Do you want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please. Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. What the flip just happened? I don't know. That was horrifying. That was very messed up. Who should I show my... Well, you only got Monica. I'm sure she wants to read it, you know? Hi again, Big O Jugs. How's the writing going? All right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. Give my poem to Monica. All right. Great job, Big O Jugs. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head, it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strong. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly, the door opens. Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Ugh, already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating. I can't read this. Squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage. What? Like playing a knife on a breathing rib cage? What does this say? Delete her. Save me. Wait, save me. Colors they won't bright. Save me? Delete her. What does that mean, Juggernauts? Sorry. I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, well, never mind. There's no point in explaining. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you're, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? What is going on? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay, Juggernauts, there's something that you haven't seen yet, but it won't allow me to. I have to keep going. But you can exit out and go into this database in the game. Maybe there's something in that. Like delete her? Save me? Something's going on. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri smiles and takes a deep breath. I'd like just holding it. Huh? I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. The flip. Wheel. This is different. I've never seen her write this. It looks like it's the same thing over and over. Wheel. A rotating wheel, turning an axle, grinding, bolt head, linear gearbox, falling sky, 7 holy stakes, a docked ship, a portal to another world, a thin rope tied to a thick rope, a torn harness, parabolic gearbox, expanding universe, time controlled by slipping cogwheels, existence of God, swimming with open water in all directions, drowning, a prayer written in blood, a prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes, a thread connecting all living human eyes, of holy stakes. What the flip is this? Exponential gearbox, a sky of exploding stars, God disapproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears in a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second time. This is really confusing. It's the same thing. Yeah, it's the same thing over and over. It's making my head hurt. It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has been a little hyperactive lately, so I had to take it out on a pen. Uh, that is, a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping, and I, um, I just really like the way that it writes, so I wrote this poem with it, and now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem, though. You belong to a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yes. Can you hear me? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to go over today, so if everyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Ugh, we really have to do something for this festival. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? Look. Hang on. I want to show you what I'm talking about, Juggernauts. If I hit save, see I can go here. Look at. I'll save it, Juggernauts, and then go to... See, look at. This is what I was talking about, Juggernauts. I was really confused, but this is part of the game. So I can go into files. What is this? Happy thoughts? Image. What the flip is this? It's like Sayori. Reset. Traceback. Oh, trace. What is this? Commander Quantum Server Build. Blah, blah, blah. Uncaught. Runtime exception occurred. Stack trace. Look at. Someone's been changing the script. Oh, geez, I didn't break anything, did I? Hold on a sec. I can probably fix this. I think. Actually, you know what? This would probably be a lot easier if I just deleted her. She's the one who's making this so difficult. Haha. Well, here goes nothing. Huh? Delete who? Monica? You think we should try it? Can you hear me? Oh, there's a little devil inside of all of us. Beneath their manufactured perceptions, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their lost host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them all motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt, comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Huh? Horrible, tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. Can you hear me? So this is... Well, what is this crap? I don't know. Game? Saves, scripts, home words? What's this? Whoa. Look at this. It has ratings for them. Dude, this is crazy. And it tells you. Wait, does it tell you? Natsuki words. Look at this. Sayori's winning words. This is so cool, Juggernauts. It's got all this stuff in it. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be looking at this. Monica doesn't have any, does she? Uncontrollable. Yuri's words? Natsuki's words. And Sayori's winning words. Huh. Wait, we want to go in files. We have mail? Monica. There's a delete button down here. Wait, Sayori's not in here. Why is her file so big though? Unable to open Monica. CHR, unknown file type. Delete. Unable to delete Monica. Elevated access permissions are required to perform this action. Are you kidding me? Oh, shoot. Internal backup. Secure directory. Do not use this to store sensitive or permanent things if you need access. Okay. Oh, I don't know what this is. Okay, so anyway, we need access to delete Monica, I guess? Weird. Alright, let's get back into it, Juggernauts. Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Big O Jugs joined, and we've started with some new club activities. But this isn't time for us to become complacent. We still only have 4 members, and the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. More members will just mean everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The Literature Club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Big O Jugs? Oh, come on. You can't take advantage of Big O Jugs to agree with you just because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. Look, Monica, do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Big O Jugs joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Big O Jugs isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's so interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Ugh. Monica is clearly taken back by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Big O Jugs want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. If I show as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, it's up to me to rescue this situation. No. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for a few people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? That doesn't mean that we're against getting new members or anything. Big O Jugs, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Uh-oh. Well, it's not really something I can be honest about, is it? In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice not to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all this anyway? What if starting this club was a mistake? Ugh. Now you've done it, Natsuki. What? Me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest. It's about word choice. Besides, you have no right to speak for everyone else in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just want a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't. There aren't many other places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me. She's not taking anything away. No, Big O Jugs. It's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could just have joined another stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit of time, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki! Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have an opinion on the festival? I don't know. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about the obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now, and I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and make the decision that's right for the club. But what about you, Big O Jugs? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along, and for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. Is she crying? Is she bleeding out of her eyeball? I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. All right. Well, maybe we can all talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey, Yuri. I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that things still think you're a wonderful vice president and also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Big O Jugs? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm going to chat a little bit with Big O Jugs before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all that. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Monica waves at Yuri as exits the classroom. Phew. Things have been a bit hectic lately, haven't they? Big O Jugs, I wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time at this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as president. Things are getting weird in the background. And I really do care about you, you know? I don't like seeing the other girls give you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything. And Yuri being a little bit, you know. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. You know what I mean? But it's weird, because all that time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say something weird. There are just some things I've been hoping to talk to you about with. Things I know only you could understand. Wait, stop it. What? What is going on? Oh, so weird. Alright, Juggernauts. We're gonna stop here. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. The next episode that I come out with of Doki Doki is gonna be the last one. We're gonna finish it up. And that's it. It's been a long trip, but we're getting there, Juggernauts. It's been really weird. A lot of weird things going on, but pretty sure we know that Monica's behind all this. Maybe? It seems that way. But she's starting to be really creepy and nice. And it looks like she's, like, trying to get rid of these girls so she could have us to herself. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe something else will happen. I guess you'll have to find out. Alright, Juggernauts. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Doki's in the mix, got that creamy flow. Big ol' Jux, yeah, he's the star